So you've seen the mullet and mustache combo everywhere, and you want to know why. Male manipulators, hipsters, fuckboys. It is hard to avoid in the modern day. The mullet was worn by ancient warriors simply because it's long hair that keeps your neck warm and doesn't flick into your eyes when you're trying to beat the shit out of your fellow man. In ancient Egypt, heat and lice meant that most people were forced to shave their heads, but nobody wants to be bald, regardless of what they tell you. So people started wearing mullets-like wigs made from flax and wool. The material would signal status. It was a luxury item, but the motherfuckers in the modern day, they're not luxury. The first mention of the mullet in writing is in the Iliad by Homer. Yes, the ancient Greek text that mullet motherfuckers pretend to read when they're sipping that microplastic sugar water. Homer describes warriors wearing their forelocks cropped, hair grown long at the back. Again, practical in combat, keeps your neck warm, doesn't flick into your fucking eyes. We're a long way from the hinge bios. Fast forward to 1972. David Bowie creates his Ziggy Stardust character, a sexually ambiguous alien rock star. The haircut had to be short enough to not look like an average hippie and long enough to not be conventionally masculine. Around the same time, people like Rod Stewart and Paul McCartney were wearing what they called at the time a shag cut, which was basically just a mullet, but the mullet did not have a name yet. MTV launched in 1981. It blasted the rockstar mullet onto every TV across the Western world, so more people started cutting it. Very slowly, it turned into just a masculine haircut. And this made sense given what was happening in America. Especially in the South, there was factory closures, deindustrialization, and rising unemployment, and it can be said that when physical labor disappears, masculinity reasserts itself in different ways. So you get pro wrestling and action films, and of course the mullet. It's short enough not to get you fired, but long enough to be a big fuck you to the man. In 1994, the Beastie Boys released a song called Mullet Head. They looked at the rural working class white America that was sporting the mullet quite a lot, and basically wrote a diss track. Then Billy Ray Cyrus became the most popular country artist of the MTV era. His mullet was plastered everywhere, but it was kind of corny. And then grunge happened, Nirvana blasted onto the scene, and sincere emotional detachment became the most trendy aesthetic. The mullet had no chance. Suddenly it was a joke. There was even a standalone sitcom called The Mullet, which just made fun of it. Let's quickly fast forward to 2020, the pandemic, barbershops closed, Tiger King was blasted all over the TV screen, TikTok did what TikTok does. The hashtag hit billions of views, and people were inside, they could cut ironic haircuts. It doesn't matter if you can tell whether it's ironic or sincere, because TikTok only cares about the aesthetic. That leads us to the modern day. Matcha drink, wired headphones, tote bag, painted nails, Claro on the orcs, a mustache, and of course the motherfucking mullet. It's the performative male, the direct evolution of the hipster. A man who performs just so he can be perceived. They don't do this shit behind closed doors. They only read and they only play guitar if they can either post on the internet or there's a chance that people will see. And for some reason it works. If you go on Hinge, you'll see loads of people requesting the mullet and mustache combo. But trust me, it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. But if it works, is this simply just the evolution of a man? Is this natural selection? I don't know. And that is the history of the mullet. If you want to know more, I have a full deep dive on this topic on my YouTube channel, Coolia. It's called If You See This Haircut Run. Check it out.